This screencast is going to capture how to use the conduct module in Abre. As of this time right now, we are focusing on tracking discipline conduct. In a future rollout, we will also have positive behavior supports built into this app, but wanted to cover this right now so folks know how to use it. I'm logged into Abre right now, a demo site. Click over here to my main menu, and I'm going to click on conduct. What I want to do is, once I come here, you're going to see 5 tabs open on top if you're an administrator. If you're a teacher, you actually will only see open and closed. We kept it relatively simple. So if I want to go ahead and create a discipline incident, I'm just going to go down here, hit the plus, and I'm going to search for the student's name. So let's search for good old Emmett. Put Emmett in here. And you've got 2 types of incidents. There's personal referral, and this is something that a teacher may want to just track in their own on their own, so just kind of keep a running record of how things are going in the classroom. And then an office referral is, like it would suggest, a referral that gets sent on to the office where your principal will be notified. I'm going to go ahead and do a personal referral right here, but date of incident, you can just pick your date, put that in. You can put time of incident, choose the offense. This is where you would normally have the list of offenses that correlate to your code of conduct. So because this is a demo site, I don't have any of the offenses listed right here, but you could pre-populate this with code of conduct numbers, which is how Hamilton actually does it. So you could pop that in there. Location of the incident, I'm just going to put indoors. Descriptions, that's viewed by parents. This is something that a parent can see, so you always want to be careful when you type something down here like going crazy in class. Please understand that you'll have to defend that statement to a parent. And then if I go over here to additional information, this is stuff that will only be viewed by your principal. So went back in time. And consequences is where you can pick your consequence, start dates, through dates, number of days, etc. Again, these offenses and consequences and reports, these are things that are going to be particular to a district. So for Hamilton, consequences are listed out per the code of conduct. So things like you might have an in-school suspension, or you might just be conferencing with the kid. All those things are just what you would put in here. And then report generators, like you can do, you can generate different types of reports based on what comes into place right here. So you're seeing kind of an example right here of what we would print out and then go ahead and send home with the kid for the parent to see. If you want to mark that this consequence has been served, you just check that off, and it's just been recorded. Likewise, you can add additional consequences. You don't need to have just one consequence per incident. So that's what can be put on there. You can always delete these entries as you go. So if I hit save, now I can see Emmett Brown right here has gone ahead and committed an infraction, and I can track this. If this had been an office referral, what would happen is this would kick over to the queue for the administrator, and the administrator would just click on it, see these things on here, and then be able to assign the consequence if they were served, generate the report, add additional information, etc., etc. So that's kind of a key aspect for an administrator. They get to see those different things. As an administrator, going through a couple different tabs on here, verification, this is a special kind of tab where if you have like a in-school suspension monitor and they're in charge of making sure that every kid shows up to suspension, you could give the verification role to them and they could check it off saying, yep, they showed up, yep, they showed up, yep, they showed up. Closed tab will just list closed incidents that have been served. And then reports are, you can pick different types of reports to view, and then download them either as a CSV file, or you can go ahead and just click on them and actually view them. So that's sort of the short rundown of the Conduct app. So one other last thing I want to bring up, the Conduct app is where you put in this information, you can find this information, but if you pivot back here to the student app, you can actually go ahead and find that information about the student. So if I go to good old Emmett Brown here again. Now we're to hit a little eyeball and see. I could click over here to conduct, and I could see the details of his various bits of conduct that he's had issues. So click on details, etc. Come right in here. So it can be viewed there in light of his attendance, his schedule, assessments, and the other data points that we'll be tracking within the district. So just a good thing to keep in mind. Closing on that. So that concludes this short rundown of the Conduct app and how it works. We think it's pretty intuitive, but yeah, hope folks enjoy it.